an Eastern Conference opponent 3 times this year. The first time that's ever happened in the history of the franchise. And in the last segment before the tip-off,
they've made a little bit of a change. People respect his three-point shooting ability so much that they're taking it away. I could see where the confusion would come in, but yes.
He is averaging over 3 assists a game, in fairness. And he just got fouled on a 3 and made it.
And that's
Nembhard glances at the rim, puts it down, makes a decision to find Cooper Flagg in the corner. He had a one-bounce dribble and drills the jump shots. Nicely done for Coop. 23 points a game, 55% from the floor.
he a mauler.
Well, they moved Marshall on to Porter because of the early foul trouble for PJ, and Porter scores again. Coop operating out front. Just got on the floor with a jumper, and now he goes to the cup. Brings it up the floor for Brooklyn. And a steal by Davis.
Numbers.
Give it up. Yeah, nice save to PJ. And running the floor and flushing Cooper Flagg.
Yeah.
Well, it's Gilman with the ball right now. It's smothered by Anthony Davis on the block. Wow. Cross-court pass with an offensive rebound, and Noah Clowney found Terrence Mann for a 3-ball. The timeout. Nets have a 6-0 run after the timeout. Nembhard trying to put a stop to that. Balls for Marshall on the offensive glass. He'll give it up. Nice ball movement. Max Christie, 3-pointer. Yes, sir.
Rhythm and shoot it. That was a nice pass.
What point guards do.
Yeah, man.
Third dime of the game for Ryan Nembhard. Attacking a closeout. Here is Porter around AD into the back. Christie there with the rebounds. And this three-point shooting thing has been throughout Michael Porter Jr.'s career, by the way. He shot over 40% in his 6 seasons with Denver as that little runner drops in for Coop, driving into the paint. Nicely done.
You asked me a question earlier to predict.
Oh, yes, that's right, I did. That was an off-air, another off-air conversation.
I said, give me Big Claxton with the answer.
9 points in the game already for Porter. Looking for an assist here, and Coop with a big swat against Day'Ron Sharpe. That was old Duke versus North Carolina action right there, and then a kick attack.
He went from playing with Magic Johnson to playing in the NBA and did it well.
Klay Thompson for 3 again. Here's Thompson looking for Powell, stolen by Wolf. There's 5 seconds for Brooklyn, and it's Tyrese Martin. They've got a chance to go in front. Zaire Williams scoring off the Dallas turnover on the last court violation. Danny Wolf misses. PJ Washington back in the game after early foul trouble. Blocks Day'Ron Sharpe on a putback. Wolf bluffs the 3, sidesteps the closeout, and hits. Finds Tyrese Martin. Now Martin on the drive against Klay Thompson. In the paint, he scores.
Got his angle, finished strong.
Up by 5. Here's Klay Thompson around the defense on the drive. Nembhard caught it and moved it in one motion. Found Max Christie to beat the shot clock.
That'll do it.
Looking for Zaire Williams. Misses on a 3-point try. Williams 30% on threes this year. Career 31% three-point shooter. Here's a step-back 3 for Tyrese Martin, and it's in. Won both games in the series last year. Dallas late in the year won at Brooklyn, and then the Nets just over a week later returned the favor here in Dallas. Runner here by AD.
He likes that look.
Beat Atlanta after they had lost a home game to Brooklyn. Big block on the drive by Traore by Christie, and running the floor, it's an alley-oop from Klay Thompson to PJ Washington, who just stole the inbound pass. Klay Thompson for 3, bullseye! Wow! AD had here just a little bit ago. Tyrese Martin flings up a 3 and hits it. It's good. PJ missed. Michael Porter flips up a pass, and it's caught and jammed home in one moment in the game here, midway through the second. Marshall trying to wedge his way up the baseline, finds Powell in the paint, and just enough oomph to get it over the iron and score for the first time in the game. Gilman misses on the runner in the paint. Powell with the block out and the rebound. And in the open court, here comes Coop. And 2 more on the board for him. Another attack mode. 69% this season. That is easily the best of Nick Claxton's career from a free throw shooting percentage perspective. Wow. Michael Porter Jr. has had a lot of wow moments tonight, and Nembhard. Nembhard guarded by Mann. Gives it up to Coop. They want AD. Oh, back to Coop on a really nice cut. Great off-ball movement. And because that's obviously out of the routine. Low clock. Davis, 7 seconds. Thought about the step back, but draws in the defense, leading to an open 3. effort and a half in 5 games since the 5th of November, including tonight. Turnover, Dallas. Terrence Mann, fast break basket, Brooklyn. Almost 20 points a game, 6 boards, 3.5 assists.
Let's go.
Nice. Going up ahead to Davis. He caught it and scored and was fouled.
Man, that
quarter. And Brooklyn has the chance to go in front. And it's Terrence Mann on the attack again. Pitches it out. A 3 is in there for Noah Clowney, and Brooklyn does take the lead. Over. Here's Nick Claxton on the drive. Good defense by Davis. Davis has the only point so far in the 3rd quarter for the Mavs. Brandon Williams has come in, looking for 3 right here, right now. Max Christie, yes, sir. In the first preseason game we did in Fort Worth, I talked to him last week. He was a brand ambassador at the World Cup draw at a party I did last week in Fort Worth at Philly. He played for Gilman with the steal and went for the fancy behind-the-back pass. No one was ready for it. AD finishes from Coop. The alley-oop pass from Coop. Here's Claxton leading it for Porter. Marshall trying to fight through the screen. You got AD closing out, but it's Michael Porter Jr. who Dallas has 7 blocks tonight. Probing the paint. Cooper, tough shot off the rim. Davis right back up, and he scores. The Lakers had his first double-digit assist game of his career. The most assists in a game ever is Danny Wolf against New Orleans in their last game on Saturday. He's been doing a lot of assisting here in the 3rd quarter, but he's got back-to-back trips down the floor with scores. Sharp attacks the pass. And now he's going to try to overpower Christie, but they forced him into giving the ball up to Danny Wolf into the shot clock.
Tough.
Yeah, that was tough. He created both of the teams on the floor tonight. The franchise is on the floor in this game.
So did Vince Carter, as Klay Thompson told, and gets a bucket.
Ties the game.
Did he get?
I feel like Vince had great seasons with every team in the NBA.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Anthony Davis staying after it. Stick-to-itiveness for AD to score. Shot clock-wise, he's got 2 in the game as well. Player who's led the NBA in block shots per game 3 times in his career. Step back 3, Danny Wolf.
And
hey,
who's going to be the team? They'll create some space late in the game. We'll see what he does. There's Anthony Davis just creating space for himself. Mavs in front after AD's 3-point play. Now he screens for Marshall. Going back for the alley-oop finish. Had a chance for their biggest lead of the game. Here's Porter. He scores. Tough turnaround. Got an assist pass there from Terrence Mann. Here's a tip try. Davis stays after it. Got a really short rest and comes from deep as they've done 16 times tonight. They could tie it. Wolf fakes a pass. Runner bounces in.
he's going to become a cult favorite, isn't he?
He's got a lot in his back. Washington on the drive. Tough shot. Bounces in. Here's Claxton. You want that dribble handoff to Porter. Look out.
Oh, man.
Putting him at 34. AD, tough shot. Loose rebound. Coming away with it is Coop. Outside to Brandon Williams. Bullseye! Got it right back from Coop. On the drive. Here's Brandon Williams inside, and it's pushed up and in for Anthony Davis. The game. Now Mann to Claxton. Handoff to Porter. And they shoot threes a lot off that dribble handoff action, but he missed it.
That defense was incredible.
Davis has
Second half double-double.
the Mavericks. We talked about them playing the most clutch games in the NBA, but more importantly here as of late, they've been winning them. The game against the Clippers. The game.
I walk in, it's $1 million move. Chain on chill, but the attitude rude. Whole club froze when I stepped in the room. They're like,